Hello and welcome to the WGG how-to video for Prosthethic Challenge. In this activity, learners will take on the role of a biomedical engineer. The field of biomedical engineering connects medicine and engineering. It applies engineering design principles and problem-solving skills to healthcare. Examples of biomedical engineering innovations include devices such as MRIs and EEGs, drugs that have less side effects, and prostheses, which include replacement organs or limbs. The STEM big idea for this activity is engineering design. As learners participate in the Prosthethic Challenge, they will engage in a series of activities throughout the engineering design cycle. In particular, this activity highlights ideate solutions, building a prototype, and testing and evaluating the design. The materials needed for this activity include newspaper, duct tape, bubble wrap, ACE bandages, sponges, and rulers. Before the kids walk in, you want to make sure that you have familiarized yourself with the design challenge. You have all your materials that you need ready to go. You've read the facilitator guide as it contains many important details for this activity, and you've set the activity up so that when the learners come in, they can begin to have fun. There are several ways to get the kids excited about this fun hands-on activity. Perhaps you could lead a discussion about what a prosthetic leg is, who would need one, and what it would take to design one. To structure this conversation, first, you could have students talk in pairs about these questions. After 1 to 2 minutes of peer conversation, allow learners the opportunity to share back their ideas, what they discussed, and why. Be sure to record their ideas on a whiteboard or chart paper to make all learners' ideas visible to each other. Now, let's check out some highlights for this activity. As always, when learners log into the WGG environment, they will view a set of steps for this activity. Next, learners will encounter the introductory page, which provides background for this activity and presents the design challenge. In this activity, learners are challenged to make a model of a prosthetic leg with the materials provided. Learners will evaluate their designs based on the following criteria. Attachability. Does the model prosthetic attach to the learner's leg and stay attached throughout the walking test? Weight bearing. Is the model prosthetic able to bear the weight of the learner during the walking test? Walkable. Can the learner walk with the model prosthetic more than 20 steps? And comfort. How comfortable is the model prosthetic during the walking test? After learners become familiar with the design challenge and develop some background knowledge, they have the opportunity to ideate solutions. This means that they brainstorm or generate ideas for the model prosthetic they wish to design. They also have the chance to sketch out that design and discuss with their peers. Next, learners build the prototype of the prosthetic model. Here are a few tips to get you started. Learners will design a prosthetic limb that replaces the lower section of the leg. To start, learners must use a ruler to measure the distance between the knee and the ankle. This measurement will be the length of the prosthetic limb. Next, learners will use newspaper to construct the prosthetic limb. Open the newspaper and use the length of the prosthetic limb to determine where to cut the newspaper. After you cut the newspaper sheets to the required length, you want to roll the newspapers 5 sheets at a time. Be sure to overlap the packets or sheets of newspaper as you roll. To increase sturdiness, you want to roll the newspaper very tightly. The diameter of the tube leg should be about 2 to 2.5 inches in diameter. Use duct tape to secure the roll. After the prosthetic leg is constructed, learners need to create an attachment at the knee using sponges and bubble wrap. Use the ACE bandage to secure the attachment to the knee. As well, learners can use similar materials to create the attachment site at the bottom of the leg where a shoe could be placed. To secure the leg to the attachment, learners should use duct tape. After all construction and connections are completed, learners have created a prosthetic leg model. Now it's time to test and evaluate their designs. Be sure to have learners log back into the WGG learning environment. Here they can record their ratings for each design criterion and reflect on how to refine their designs in the future. Please encourage learners to post images, videos, and comments of their designs to the design wall. Finally, we have a few facilitator tips where the gotchas can get you. As mentioned earlier, tight rolling is key to making sure that the prosthetic leg is sturdy. As always, teamwork is essential. The attachments to the leg and shoe using the sponge and bubble wrap are a bit tricky and need more than one pair of hands. With that said, it's best to organize learners in single-sex groups for modesty. That's boys with boys and girls with girls. With regard to wardrobe, there should be no bare legs, and it's best if learners wear fitted pants or tights for this activity. Finally, partners are needed for safety. It is best that the learner testing out the prosthetic leg has a partner on each side of them to help them walk safely. Finally, have fun as you engineer a learning environment that supports learners at your club.